All right, we're bringing it back. We moved the frame on this side, body on this side. Freddy's almost finished. Not finished, but almost finished. That's done. The floor's done. He just gotta come underneath. Right there. It was the original skin was so brittle that he was blowing through. So he came in here and he fully welded the two pieces, the top to the bottom. I'm gonna clean it up, and then it's gonna take a seam sealer, and then it's gonna have Kill Med on top of it. We still gotta do that side. I'll show you right now what I'm saying about super brittle, and it's super thin, and it's just blowing through. Over here is fully done. Right there, we foamed it. We foamed it in the inside because we didn't want water to come in. We just gotta cut that off, and we cut the bottom, the foam from the bottom. But it's done. There goes the seatbelt stuff. Remember, he cut them. He bought some new ones and put them on. The seat tracks are on. Not seat tracks. The seat mounts are on. What else? That's about it. Frame still waiting on the center. I gotta still do the brake lines. Once Freddy's done over here, we can primer it, wrap the liner, and do the body work for the front. It's not a lot of body work, but some body work for the front. And once all that's done and it's gloss black, then we can, mate it to his frame for good. Assemble a whole front end, and do the wiring. All new wiring going into this. We're gonna start the wiring on it. And what else? That will be it. And back to that piece of shit. I talked to Holly. They don't open on the weekends, so I had to call last Monday. I called, and they gave me 3 objectives to do. They want an external regulator for some reason when it has a built-in regulator. They want a carb spacer, a plastic, because they think it's getting too hot and it's tripping the PCM to shut down. And run a new ground from the carburetor base to the to chassis. Because of the plastic, they want to make a full ground contact for the PCM. So run a new regulator, car spacer, and a new ground to the base plate of the carb to a chassis. I get my fittings from Evil Energy from Amazon. We still don't know which one's gonna go here, so that's why I got one of each. And the block off plates for the carburetor. So fuel is coming in through here. Returns coming out here now instead of the carburetor. Fuel is coming out of here, going into the carb, and it's get jammed by this nut. So the carburetor gets constant pressure of the 58 pounds. Other than that, that's it. So we're gonna do this, that, and the ground. We're gonna test it, but somebody gave me an idea to plug in my laptop to it, because Holly told me there's no way of me diagnostic myself. I have to send it up. After I do all this, and if it still don't work, Holly wants me to send it in. Kills a lot of time. It's a 4 to 6 week turnaround. But I'm gonna plug in my laptop, see what does it show, see what can I read off of it. If it's anything like HP Tuner to give you a couple codes, you check, you change the sensors, and voila, the motherfucker starts. I'm gonna see if it has anything like that I can, fuck around with it and see if we can get that shit to start. Oh, and we got more little 10 feet of hose just in case, because I ran out of hose. Now I gotta move some shit around, so we got a little bit of extra hose. And that's it. This is the push type fittings. I rarely use them, but the Holly kit came with his own hose, his own fitting, his own filters. So we kept it with the push fittings instead of swapping it all over to AN with braided. And that's it. So let me get to that and I'll bring it back. All right, we're bringing it back in. Regulators in there. New, not new, but trim and refitting fuel lines in there because I had to put it straight instead of a 90. This is the internal regulator that they want me to remove. They want me to remove, but I don't know why would I remove it if it's not gonna do nothing. See, fuel's gonna come in through here. Load this up unless okay, I see it. It's probably not gonna fill this side or some shit because it's here. But I doubt it. I'm just gonna remove it because that's what they want. Just remove it. And we still gonna cap this side. So fuel comes in there and it's gonna fill both sides. And the regulator, the automotive regulator, is gonna only allow fucking 58 pounds, 60 pounds into here, and regulate the rest of the shit back out. Other than that, I don't see nothing wrong with it. Nothing. I don't see nothing wrong. Okay. Nothing wrong. The connections are good. Okay. They're not melted. They're not nothing wrong. This is for the coolant temp and the O2 sensor. Nothing wrong with it. Unless it was getting too hot and it was tripping the computer. And that's why we got this. But Fatboy found this one. This goes to the 3.5, but it belongs to the 3Y. Not, it doesn't belong to this system. This, it goes connected to this piece right here. But that's like the extension, the 3Y that I put, because I have to run the Dakota and the Holly to this only single port. So Fatboy found this. He said it just fell off when he took it apart. The little connectors look, not the connectors, but the little plastic that holds the connectors look good. So this might be the problem, that it disconnect the 3.5 from this shit, but I don't know if this was causing the PCM to fail. So we'll see. I'll fix that and we'll see after this. And the new fuel pressure regulator and the fuel pressure regulator, this, and the ground. It's gonna go ground from here down to the engine. I'll bring it back later. All right, we're bringing it back. This is the regulator. Took the regulator off. That's what's the extra little bit of hose, because I had to redo the hose from there. Okay, right here we blocked off where the regulator goes. New fuel line, regulator, catch can. Everything's back zip tied. I fixed that little shit that Fatboy disconnected. Everything over here is already back connected. Now it's like a major mess back there. But hey, let's see if this motherfucker. I'm gonna just go cycle it. I still gotta do the ground, but Danny's acting stupid, not trying to find shit. I need a terminal because we're gonna run that back cable from here to the head right there. Extra ground. The engine is there. Chassis goes all the way to battery. So we just need that ground so I can cycle the fucking 3.5, go through it, making shit. Gotta go through the fucking 3.5, make sure everything is in there. You see the seat is taken off because I gotta do the Dakota. Because last week I was doing the Dakota, the switch, and the car didn't want to start, so we was, diagnostic shit, and I was helping Freddie with that. We didn't record last weekend for Sunday because all that shit was going on. Mac's car is here too. I gotta fix that sensor, and this motherfucker is heating it up. When I waited for a while for the motherfucker to cool down, but he's heating it up for some fucking reason. Now I have to wait for it to cool down again. I gotta do a sensor and spark plugs on that shit. Jump back to this one and see how far we get today. I'm hoping tomorrow we can start doing diagnostics and the Dakota's done. Bringing it back. All right, we're bringing it back. We're bringing it back. Cleaning my nose, that's why you hear that shit. Okay. Everything is secured. I disconnected the vacuum in case I want to see if it has a vacuum leak or something that's causing that trouble. The ground is secured. See, it's going from here, there. It just cycled fuel. We got 60 pounds. It just went back down, but we have 60 pounds. We already did a fuel leak and everything. 383. Fabo is gonna reprogram again. Go step by step on the program.
And the idle 8, you said 8 what?
850. And put stock cam until I get the gauge, so we can read the vacuum on this engine. The thing is, they go by the vacuum to program the 3.5. The thing is, I just wanted to run so I can put it on the timing correctly and lock it down, and then it's gonna run it for a while. We're gonna run it until we take all the bugs out of it, and from here it's gonna go to the tuner. The tuner is gonna figure out all the IAC and all the programming and all that shit for the fucking sniper. Put 34. That's where I want to be. I want to be where that motherfucker just stays on running. We're not gonna, fuck with it. We just want to take all the bugs out, put it on the street, run it a couple of times, make sure it stays on, run correctly, temperature, and the fans come on, all that shit. It shifts and everything. Don't you gotta shut it down and then start it up? It starts right up. This is a lot of fucking fuel in that motherfucker.
Everything is good though.
IAC is 48. That RPM is too high. We set it at 850. Take it to the RPM page, and I'm gonna lower it down. Don't touch the throttle for nothing. There you go. See? Give me the screen. What did it say? Stall.
Just said stall. It didn't go red though. Wait.
No, it shut down. They shut down.
It's because the IAC is too high.
Okay. But that's what it was doing last time. But from here, from this step, it turns off the screen. It brings the screen back. It the relay for the fuel stays on, and it floods the carburetor. A lot of shit happens, but the screen goes red. Other than that, that's about it, right? No, what else? Oh, and it doesn't pop the fuse. We have to disconnect the fuse and reconnect it back so we can get the fucking screen to talk to the PCM. The PCM is in this shit right here. That's why they wanted the throttle space, the spacer, in case it's getting too hot and it's trickling something in there. You know, it's making a fucking bad connection or something. Something is getting too hot. But after this step that they told me to do, if we can't get it and the screen comes out back red, they want the throttle body back. They just said disconnect and just send the throttle body back. They're gonna run a full diagnostic test on their end, and if it's something wrong with it, they're gonna fucking replace it. But it takes 4 to 6 weeks, and it comes with a free shipping label.
Okay, hold on, I changed something. Listen.
Huh?
A little bit better. She's doing too high though. She's at 9. I lowered the timing on the computer.
There it goes. You saw the screen? It did a little red. But no, but back then everything says stall, and it says unable to establish connection with the PCM right here. So it's not doing that again. So now it's just something off on the tuning. See, it did fix something. At least it did something. The thing Holly told me, it's running and it's trying to self-learn and diagnose its own self. If it can't, it's gonna shut down. That's what Holly told me over the phone. But the thing is, it doesn't stay on long enough for you to do your own diagnostic on the outside. Or they told me, not Holly, but somebody in my comments said just plug the PCM, the PC. Now it's running way better than that last startup we did. See the fuel? Okay, see the fuel now is not staying on. Back then it just floods the carb when it shuts down. But I think because the red screen though. Did it go into red screen? It just did a little red screen, right? The diagnostic one?
No, just the stall.
Stall? Okay.
Because it turned off.
See, it is running better. Probably it did have a better regulator in it. Did you lock the regulator? Did you lock it? Okay, it's a little bit above 60. Because remember, now it's probably throwing the 12 volts at the relay. See, now I got you diagnostic with me. See, that's where we got to go. We got to go back and forth. And don't worry, we do this shit with the LS motors too. We have the diagnostic. We got to figure out what's the problem. We got to fix the problem before these cars go out. It's not just throwing the shit in and just say, all right, your car's ready to pick up, take it to the tuner. The tuner is just going to tune. He's not going to fix none of this shit. So you have to fix it here before it gets to the tuner. Shut down so you won't kill the battery. Daddy, put the car in the charger. Huh? Yeah, but I don't think it's charging. It should be at 14 charging. For some reason, I don't feel like it's charging the battery. I think I'm going to have to run because I got the cable going back, the original one, but I'm just going to put a straight, big fucking 6 gauge going straight to the battery. Just coming straight like that to the battery. Right now, when he started up again, I'm going to check the cash cam, make sure it's working, because it has to breathe from here, sucking all the positive crankcase to that side goes. Okay, it comes from here. It goes into catch can. It's sucking that this way, and it's going to dump oil in here. It looks like one of those oil separators for the air compressor, but it's for the catch can. I couldn't find the original, the other ones that I use from K Motors. They don't sell them no more for some reason. I like using the glass. But right now we're gonna see if it's sucking air from here. It's not charging?
That you have to be charging. You have the blades to throttle body open.
Too much?
We have to be between the battery. And we're at
86 what?
86.
No, that's a whole different tuning. We're trying to get it run.
That's why he says it keeps turning off. His right now is at 56 and it does the same thing. It starts and then after a while it just shuts off and it says stop.
And how we do adjust that? The IAC is inside the throttle body. What about we try to set the time, the throttle, the idle first? Let's start with the idle first.
I already have it down to 7.
It's supposed to be at 850. And where's the RPMs when it starts?
Between 9 to 1,000.
See, that's the problem too. Because it's trying to match it and it can't. Give me a long flat blade screwdriver.
That's at 850 again.
Okay, let's just adjust that. Let it run, and then I'm gonna adjust it. I'm gonna go up and down until you tell me to stop. And then we move on to the next one. As long as we don't get that red screen. I don't want that red screen because that's what lets the injectors on. But it sounds way better. And then from there on, once it stays on, we move on to the timing. We bring in the timing light. Oh, this shit gonna need a lot of editing. It's already at 10 minutes. Bringing it back. She starts. No more errors on the PCM. They helped it. The regulator helped it. That little spacer helped it. The grounds helped it. It still shuts off, but that has to do with something else. It starts up. It revs. It moves under its own power. It just shuts off. It just stalls. It's a stall. No more red screen. No more injectors flooding the intake. So it did help. So we're just gonna have to keep on messing with it, figure it out. And I'm gonna see if they can come and do a bass tune on it, just to keep it running, so I can keep doing, keep messing with it. Now the thing is, we gotta see if the transmission shifting correctly, because now it has the fucking what you call that shit, the low card shifter thingy for the to downshift. I gotta see the vacuum shit working. I have to see if the vacuum, how much vacuum it has, so we can adjust the cam shit on the Wizard, shit like that. Right there, Fatboy's already tying everything on Max shit. Max came for a faulty sensor. I put an LC Delco sensor in there. This is the sensor came out of it. It looks like a China shit, but you see this bend on the sensor? I don't think they installed it correctly. It was never pushed all the way down. What they did is just when they torqued it down, it just the screw went down, but the sensor didn't go down with it. So you can see this bend right here. It has to be flat. The thing is, you push the sensor in, it has to all the way in there, then you torque the bolt. But it does look like a China. See if I can get it to focus. It doesn't have a GM part number. Where is that fucking piece of shit? And it doesn't want to focus. But it doesn't have a GM part number right there. Nope, it's not there. Right there. It looks new. It just wasn't reading correctly. but I think because they didn't install it correctly, it was giving them a faulty code. And we're doing spark plugs on it. He wanted a spark plug change. I told him that motherfuckers last time it came in, spark plugs was perfect. See, they perfect. Let me get it to focus. See, they perfect. Nice. You want this little ashy gray on it. No oil, no fuel. They burning perfect. But he wanted new spark plugs, so he left his spark plugs here last time because I didn't do it because it was perfect. But now that it's here, let me do the spark plug change. Bring it back. We're gonna finish that one and jump back onto this one. I just gotta see, scan it, make sure everything is working correctly, make sure it starts up correctly, make sure the fans turn on correctly. There was a lot of vacuums loose on it, so we zip tying all those vacuums, make sure everything correctly on it, and that's about it. All right, bringing it back. New spark plugs, new everything on that, but right here, see, they disconnected the battery. See this terminal? See? We don't know where it goes because they took it off. They didn't label nothing. You see, that's my wiring. I know my wiring. And I use black wire for everything. But I know where it goes. But now that they disconnected it, I don't know where it goes because they disconnected it. So now I got to trace it, where it goes, and see what is it, if it's a positive or a ground. But that's the main thing I'll be talking about. That, let's say if it's a ground for the fans, your fans will never kicked in. If it's a power for your ground, that's too small for a power. But let's say if it's a power for your fans won't kick in. But guess who they gonna blame? The guy that wired it, right? But no, it's the motherfucker that disconnected it. But it is what it is. Let me go under this motherfucker now and find out what is it. In the back. So that's a ground. And it belongs to the transmission cooler right there. So this guy was only driving around with just his two fans, not even the transmission cooler. That's what I'm talking about. That's how easily y'all fuck up. Yeah, fuck up. Not me, yeah, but I'm the one that get blamed for all this shit. Alright, I think I figured out the problem with the harsh starting. If you look at the fuel pressure. Alright, Keon. See that? It goes all the way to 70 at prime. Go ahead and try to start it. Yeah, it goes to 60. Okay, try to start it. Do it until it starts doing that clack, 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 clack. Okay, right there, see? And it starts when it hits 60. And it starts when it hits 60. And when it's at 60, it starts normal. Go ahead and try to start it. See, it's not going to start right there. It's going to start there. When it's at 60, it starts. When it's at 70, it doesn't. Go ahead. See, right there, it's not going to start. All right, start it. Go ahead. Okay. Wait until it gets to 60. Scan it. Alright, we bring it back. Oh, fucking light. Why is the light on? Alright, but we're gonna end the video here. We pick it up tomorrow. Tomorrow's Sunday. Today was Saturday. And Dakota, it's almost completed, but fucking light. But there it goes in demo mode. I'm gonna say right now when I turn off the light. But until next time.